What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We back here with some more Dreamcatcher. This time we're checking out the second part of the Nightmare series, Goodnight. And from where we left off at, it looks like he actually did find them after considerable amount of chasing and deranging and raging around. Or at least that's what I think. It's time to continue, and it looks like they got the same actor. Let's go ahead, shut up, and turn it up. Good night. So there it is, man, right? The guitar tones already giving me like strong anime opening vibes, right? Interesting. Often when you hear a lot of people composing or whatnot, they will start with a very, very simple melody. So I love that they kind of opened up with that lullaby bell, right? Concept, theory throughout the entire thing. Good night, lullaby, let's play a lullaby. And then they just turned it into something epic with that guitar melody. Let's go. Oh, CC, can't forget about that. Okay. Okay, so interesting thing about what we heard and Chase Me, right? It's not like they made the song to where it seemed like that was the end, right? I knew that there were more parts coming, but the interesting thing about this is that it says chase me and everything, but it's almost like, he got caught in the chase and now he's trying to run away, right? So chase me, he went to the room and now they don't put this man to sleep and now all he wants to do is kind of just run away, right? I like how they're pacing this story, right? Because I felt like I got a good amount of information about what was going on, or at least the direction that was going to go on. When we was looking at Chase Me, you know what I mean? I thought maybe the chase was going to continue or whatnot, but in this case, he must be laying flat on the floor or something like this. He's just dreaming everything. They put him in an eternal bliss, if you will.
없이 꿈을 지휘하겠지 손 하나 까딱 없이도 충분히 넌 땀에 흠뻑 젖어 깨지 못할 텐데 말해봐 더 빌어봐 너를 위해 시작된 노래 멈출 수는 없어 지금
So the vocal changes that they're doing, right? The mixing in there to kind of give us that scariness, that sound. God, man, every single thing. And not only that, but here's another interesting thing. The way that they started this off, right, with the lullaby, but the song is like super fast paced, right? So even though it's almost like a conflict. We're saying good night, but it isn't necessarily good night, right? It's still filled with frantics and you being scared and everything. So because it represented by the speed at which the guitar is playing it, right? Like you jam it out and everything. And it's got a little bit of air of happiness to it. Cause they out here, you're doing exactly what they want them to do. So the air of happiness combined with you just sitting there being trapped in your mind and them saying good night and everything, but you sitting here sweating bullets, you don't know what to do. I don't know. I like that. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not really conflicting. It's just when you have two opposite sides of things just battling each other. That's what's going on here.
I don't wanna trip back. Oh baby run run running 멀어지게 run run running 보이지 않는 곳에 벗어날 수 없을걸 더 밟아도 쳐도 끝없이 반복되는 악몽 속에서 이대로 갇혀 있어줘 영원히 너만을 위한 인형처럼 baby goodnight.
So I made a mention when I first saw my first Dreamcatcher reaction. It was Vision, where they was kind of just going in between the red and the black. And I made a mention on how the synergy was absolutely amazing for them to be almost like in the same spot, right, and move their arms in the same way. And you guys was telling me that I ain't seen nothing yet, and I'm seeing them doing their choreography, and now I could somewhat pay attention to it because I've heard the hook before. And now I'm seeing that you guys are right. Right, and this came before Vision, so they always had the sauce. Another thing, one of the things I'm really looking at when it comes to choreography, especially when it comes to big groups, is that as you're translating what you're singing into the moves, and there's a lot of you got to find a way to make the moves like really big, really gigantic, but at the same time, make sure that you're equally spaced from everybody. Because if they perform this live, it needs to be able to be a little translatable. So when they're doing their run moves and everything, they ain't just kind of doing little small little movements. They're doing like entire like big movements. Sorry. Wow, it's creepy. Oh, they trapped them in a reflection world. I remember you guys saying something. Oh, here we go. Hold on. This must lead into the second one. I mean, the third one. Like a book of evil or something. All right, let me guess. It's almost like they're like witches or ghosts or something like that. That's kind of just traveling from place to place and trapping souls or something like that, right? But they dropped the book, which means it might be discovered by somebody else, and they might open it up, and then the next song is about to be the hunt for the book back or something like that. I don't know. But guys, I'm telling you, man, this has been one heck of a journey. It's getting to the point to where I can't wait to get here and start recording so I can, for the next song, because I've been doing them one day at a time. I can't wait to get here so I can continue on with the next story. They're not necessarily leaving me on the brink of like cliffhangers or whatnot, but honestly, it's really just how the musicality of it, if you will, that they're just so flexible. You never know what you're going to get. And that's what's keeping me coming. And of course, the fans, because I read everything that you guys post down in the comments. So if there's anything else you want to tell me about this song, go ahead and put it down there. I do read it. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.